Good afternoon. Hey, it's the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. Welcome back for another 2 p.m. with the Trigger. We're live once again, as we are every Monday through Friday, sharing you insights to help you shine on stage, on camera, because your brand is important. We want you to elevate your brand, elevate your genius so that you become that go-to expert and people can find you very easily. Today, we're going to talk about an important concept that goes deep into that because we're hiding. There's a lot of noise on social media. There's a lot of buzz and downloads and uploads and video content. There's so much going on out there. We get lost in the weeds sometimes. We just don't get found fast enough. We're going to talk about your online brand identity. It's a simple concept, but I cannot stress enough how many leaders, influencers, podcasters, how many creators, coaches I meet and talk with that miss this one critical element of online brand identity being unified and being purpose, being sharp, so people know you everywhere they go. Being found and being recognized, an expert in that place that you own, is so important. But what are you doing to get seen, to get found? This is about your branding. This is about your headers on your different websites that you have, your different platforms you're on. Ask yourself the question, are you unified or are you many things to many people across the different platforms? If you are, step back and make a big note today. One identity, one brand, and make it easy to be found. One identity, one brand, make it easy to be found. I met with someone yesterday. This was part of our conversation. And even the conversation went to the point of, I'm looking at this. I see you have different versions of who and what you are. But what are you? And what do you really ultimately want to do? And the person literally said, I'm trying to figure that out. I understand that. Been there. But that's where you need to stop a little bit, put pause on, because you're confusing people by being too many different things on too many different platforms. Find the one that you want to be and brand it. People talk about niching down, finding your niche. Well, once you find it, once you know what it is, how are you sending that message out there so it's so easy to be found? I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about and to give you some tips and insights so it makes it easy, all right? Because you want to be creative. You want to show your genius somehow, but you also want to be the same, identifiable, easy to remember throughout your greater network. Again, it's about building your media empire. So as I bring up the screen, again, think about this for a second. What are you doing to be easily found? Now, this is my website. All right. My website has this main one banner here. I help hone your media skills to stand out from the crowd as a go-to expert in your field. You hear me say that every day here on this show as we stream live every day at 2 p.m. I say that on Rock the Stage when we do our Wednesday night live show. I'll say that later on tonight in my open mic night that Rock the Stage host on Meetup. That's the go-to phrase that is tattooed everywhere. Now, the image is also important. I have two different images to elevate the brand, and it depends on what platform I'm on. They are similar, a slight variation, but the key element is you see me. I am there on mine. Yes, you need to get used to seeing yourself on your media. Rich Trigger Bontrager, even though it's Rock the Stage Media, that's the company name. I am most associated as the public speaker, as the coach, as the expert, as the broadcaster. My two branding names coexist all the time. Rock the Stage Media with Rich Trigger Bontrager. Rich Trigger Bontrager on behalf of Rock the Stage Media. They're interchangeable. And if you're a personality-driven business, a coach, a leader, if you are the brand, if you are the genius, you want to amplify that and make it very clear that you are the product. People hire me to emcee their events. They hire me to host and co-host podcasts and streaming lives, in-person events. I am the product, and Rock Stage Media is a greater umbrella with many, many services. Get it? Got it? So this is my website. Now I'll take you to, this is Alignable. It's another platform out there I use to continue to amplify, to spread out with many other social opportunities. It's the same branding header, except for it's elongated. It's a different sizing. And this is the part where it gets hard for people because they don't want to resize, recreate. Use a tool like Canva, use something like Paint. There's a lot of different programs out there that can help you create these banners and save these templates. Do get you repurposed on other platforms, but sometimes you have to go be clear. Again, on this one, I did have the QR code. This one is more of a general lead magnet. I don't overly work this one. It's one that I wanted to want to work for me. So by adding the QR code in, that QR code will take you to my business, my digital business card, and you learn more about me. But again, I'm on there. My name's on there. My mission statement is on there. And from there, you can go dig in and go deeper and deeper. But it's the same guy, same information that you want to go. On my YouTube channel now, we go a different direction. But again, same guy, same brand message. And my name is associated with my logo. Now, this is a longer, elongated, and the most important information on this is the centerpiece right here. I added the cameras and lights a little bit to jazz it up and make it be about the media that I work with and I help coach people on. But this, if you just take this little portion right here, we're basically the same card information with a different branding photo. Keep it very similar. You can make subtle changes like that because people want to know who you are and if they got the right person, especially if you have a common name. If your last name is Brown and it's part of your brand identity, you better make sure your face is being used a lot to showcase who you are and what you're doing because you want to stand out. You do not want to be lost in the collection of everything going on out there. Right now, it also says upcoming. Right now, we're streaming live and it's automatically being recorded and going back in. It's another one of those tricks of what you're doing with your media. So if you go to Facebook, there it is, a different shape and size, exact same graphic. You get the idea? If they're going to find Rich Trigger Bontrager or Rich Bontrager, you Google either one, you start bumping the same type of information over and over on different platforms. That's creating your media empire. That's creating your empire of this guy is everywhere. This business is everywhere. It's consistent. It's concise. Oh, I've got to learn more about it. Instead of having everything all over the place, you want to have it very, very tight. Twitter, same thing. You're thinking, Rich, this gets to be a lot. I mean, you just can't you throw anything up there? Well, you can. But not if you want to get the results that you want to get. And this is where doing this is so important. I mentioned going to the meetup tonight. Okay. That's a variation for the meetup group off the cover off my website. Keep it. I know we want to be creative. I know we want to come up with something that's new and popping. But believe me, when you go from one click to another click, to another click, to another click, to another click, and you start seeing this stuff over and over again, you will realize that's the people I need to know about. It helps with search engine optimization, your SEO. It helps with that. It helps with creating content that overflows between everything. They don't know where to go that day. Oh, man, they can probably go to any one of these and find the content they want to find because they know that's what you produce. I suggest you come up with a list. Get a list of what is the different platforms you have. And what are those platforms and how do you best need to rebrand so it's one brand, one identity? Literally go through your Facebook groups, your Twitters, your Instagrams, your Twitchers, whatever you got, and go back in and work within Canva or whatever system you use to create your graphics and come up with your main emblem banner, and then figure out how you resize and move it to your LinkedIn, move it to your Twitter. Start there and start to make it so clear and sharp of who you are and what you do. Then, if you want to add a slight variation, come up with a slight variation, but keep all the information the same. Even, especially like on YouTube. YouTube, you can add in those contact buttons. So right on YouTube, I've got a book a call. I've got my Facebook. I've got some other social media buttons right there. When you jump off of YouTube and you hit one of those buttons, you're going to see the same type of cover image. They know they got transported from one site to the other site and they did not get lost. Do you know that's customer service? As silly as that sounds, that's good customer service to make them know I did get lost in cyberspace, or the link didn't go down, or it didn't take me to wherever. This is great content support to help you get the content out to the people you want to get out to. If you want to learn more about this, you want to learn, again, I'm coaching people right now and how they come up with that consistent brand. What's the name image? What's the catchphrase? What's the brand identity? This is what I coach. So then when you do go live, when you do go make videos, when you do get on events, it's easy to help you get found, get seen, get noticed, and get the results you want. If you want to learn more about all this, contact me, rich@richbontrager.net. I can deep dive with you, help you get out of your own head a little bit, come alive with something that's going to grab the attention that you're looking for and get those results. Or as always, go to rockthestagemedia.com, learn more about this, and dig around the website. See how even my website is branded similar style on different pages because you're in my universe. And I've created my universe to be specific to what I want it to be to better help you. Again, this is all about your online brand identity. You are creating an identity. You are creating your own universe. What are you doing to make it? Think of it this way. We've got the Marvel universe. Marvel, over many years, has had different introductions to their Marvel movies. But if you go to a Thor, if you go to a Guardians of the Galaxy, if you go to a Spider-Man now, since they're all in-house, that same Marvel banner flashes with all the characters and then leads into your specific movie. They are branding it so easy to highlight Marvel that you know you're in the Marvel universe. How are you going to brand your media so that people know they're in your universe and you're the rock star, the go-to expert in that? Love to help you out. Let's talk more about this. Send me an email, rich@richbontrager.net. Until then, I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. We'll see you back here tomorrow